It's your boy P Nice. This is the Creative Players platform, and this is the P Nice Show. And you already know, if you want to live life, come back for P Nice, baby. Look, today I'm gonna get straight into it. People, stop with the false narratives, okay? Yes, the false narratives. Marathon Burger in Long Beach, California did not get shot up. There was no type of shooting at Marathon Burger. It wasn't. Marathon Burger is on Pine Street, Pine Avenue in Long Beach, California. There wasn't no shooting. It wasn't no fight on that street or nothing. Was there a shooting today in Long Beach? Yes. Did it have to do with Marathon Burger? In front of Marathon Burger, at Marathon Burger, on the same street as Marathon Burger? No. That shooting happened way around the corner somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'm seeing all these different type of videos talk about, oh, Black Sam got stabbed. Or somebody in Black Sam's crew got stabbed. Did nobody in Black Sam's crew get stabbed? That video y'all see of Black Sam walking down the street, that's him tending to someone else. He was helping someone else in that situation. He was walking down the street with some other people. He was helping them, talking to them. On his way back, after he got done helping those people, whatever he was helping them with, nonviolent, he walked away, and that's when a shooting broke out. That didn't have nothing to do with Black Sam. It wasn't the same people Black Sam was attending to. It wasn't on the same street as Marathon Burger. It happened in a parking structure way away. Why you think every video that you see, do you see anything with Marathon Burger in the shot? I done seen.
No, and I thought about that myself earlier. Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. As you just heard, this is P Nice from the P Nice Show. He has a YouTube channel, a good podcast. Go check him out. And he was there at the shooting, the gang war, the gang violence that transpired as I myself covered and reported on at the Marathon Burger grand opening. Now, he's here explaining, as we saw, he has on the same shirt that we saw in the video earlier. He was there. He first turned the corner, they started shooting, he ducked and ran back and all that. So he probably just came in set right now and started covering this video. He says that, many false narratives, as you just heard, are being put out there. That it did not happen at Marathon Burger. Black Sam was not stabbed. I did not say that myself. I did not report that. I had not even heard that until just now. Or whomever was with Black Sam was stabbed, as he went on to say. I didn't say that either, but nevertheless, I'm not here to defend myself, whatever. He said that essentially stopped saying that it happened at Marathon Burger. It did not happen at Marathon Burger. It happened way, as he said, around the corner. So not at Marathon Burger, just a few feet away from Marathon Burger. I get his point. I think he's about to say, I didn't see all of this, but I think he's about to say something about it being a black business. So he's saying, the narrative that's being put out there on the Marathon Burger, and Black Sam is just opening it up. Snoop Dogg is just opening the Marathon Burger up there in Long Beach, and already you guys are going to run people off with these narratives on TikTok, YouTube, wherever else about the Marathon Burger being shot up or two people being killed right there at the burger place. And who's going to want to go to the burger place after hearing this? Well, yeah. So I guess he's here to say, and I don't want to say someone put him up to stop the bleeding, to come on air and say, man, clear this up. It didn't happen there, or whatever. Or he has the agency and the volition to do this himself. I'm sure I'm assuming he was there, so he wants to cleared this up himself. He spoke to him, I'm assuming, and asked him to get on air and clear this up. This is just something he felt the need to do, apparently. And we hear him here, as we see, clearing it up, saying it did not happen at Marathon Burger. It did not happen at that location. It happened around the corner. It had nothing to do with Black Sam, etc. Well, we know that it had nothing to do with Black Sam. According to the reports, some individuals were there at Marathon Burger, and another individual pulled up talking crazy. Eventually, there was a fight that escalated into a shooting, and 2 people are gone. That's what we know. So, okay, it didn't happen in front of Marathon Burger, but it was at that event, right? It was, those individuals were there to celebrate the opening of Marathon Burger. So whether or not they were exactly on the premises at the moment that it happened, we already know it, and have heard that they were escorted out of the premises by Black Sam, even according to what Poetic Flacco had said earlier. He certainly knew more about the situation than myself. So wherever he got the information from, according to his narrative and his reports, his insider and sources, they said that Black Sam walked the individuals out. So we know already that it did not happen right on the premises of the Marathon Burger, but let's not play semantics. The point is, it seems like it happened because the individuals were there to celebrate the opening of the Marathon Burger. But I'm not here to throw the Marathon Burger under the bus either. I mean, it had nothing to do with the burger place itself. Some individuals were just out there celebrating peacefully, apparently, the opening, as they should have been, of the burger joint. And then all of a sudden, one individual pulls up, according to the narrative, according to what we have heard thus far, and starts going bananas.
Multiple different camera angles. From the left side, the right side, from up in apartment complexes, everywhere. I done seen everything, but did you see Marathon Burger in any of those flicks? Any of those videos? You seen people running down the street? You hear shots fired? But do you see Marathon Burger in anything? No. So why do you guys run to the internet talking about it was a shooting at Marathon Burger? It was not. Please stop it with the
Well, because people are going to say that again, because the event allegedly was held for the opening of the Marathon Burger, and people are going to use that word or that wording in their title and or thumbnail to attract attention. It's true. Content creators we're talking about. And yes, everything is not content, but at the end of the day, we all know what happened, bro. It was at the event there. And so yes, I don't regret saying that it happened at the Marathon Burger. Whatever I said in my thumbnail title, hell, that's what it is. That's what it was. I mean, it didn't happen right at the place or whatever. Okay, fine. But it happened.
false narratives. This is a Black-owned business who's striving, who's having a grand opening. Come on, man, it was a beautiful day. I seen Snoop Dogg out there, YG, Lauren London came. It's a lot of different celebrities that was out there and a lot of different people from the community, especially my community, the LBC. And it was all love. It was hugs. It was dancing.
Strong Beach. Shout out to Long Beach, LBC. So much ever in the LBC is going to hurt me. Okay, cool. Lauren London and all them popped up. Good. YG and Snoop Dogg and everyone else that he named. Good for them for supporting the opening of the Marathon Burger and supporting Nipsey Hussle and Black Sam and the family. Nevertheless, Unfortunately, they pulled up to a whole lot of chaos. At least before it was all said and done, apparently Snoop Dogg had already made his exit before the shooting transpired. But be it right in front of them or way around the corner from them, they know what the hell was going on. They heard the gunshots. They know that 2 people lost their life there. When I say they, I'm talking about these celebrities and all that were there. And again, I'm not here to disparage or denigrate the Marathon Burger in any way. I think that it is a great thing that they are doing and have tried to do by erecting these burger places in the ghetto catacombs and grottos of America. People in these communities need all of the support that they can get, not necessarily any greasy, cheesy burgers, with all due respect, but I mean, maybe some healthy grass-fed, 100% grass-fed beef or something. We need healthy men in the community if we're going to fight this fight. We have enough, greasy burger joints on every corner, but whatever. Shout out to them, and he's trying to do something for the community. So I certainly support that. We're going to report on what happens on something like this transpires. Of course, bro, you can't be upset with people for reporting on this. This is the sort of content, sort of genre that we are in. This is big news. This is breaking news. 2 individuals lost their life during a gang shootout, according to reports. And again, we can go back and forth about whether or not it happened at Marathon Burger, right inside of the kitchen when they were grilling the burger, or if it happened up the street. At the end of the day, apparently, it was initiated there at the Marathon Burger, according to, I'm just going to say according to Poetic Flacco, because I haven't heard any other stories on it or whatever, already covered the story earlier and reacted to what Poetic Flacco had to say. And according to Poetic Flacco, in his video, his content, and again, I haven't confirmed any of this. That's why I just reacted to it instead of doing my own video. But in his Poetic Flacco's video, he says that the individual pulled up, and then 3 more individuals from 80s pulled up from Long Beach, and then that Black Sam had to escort them off of the Marathon premises, Marathon Burger premises, that he escorted them to the car. They got as far as to the car. And then he said, or not even to the car, my bad, that he was not going to escort them to the car. Instead, that he was going to escort them off of the Marathon premises, Marathon Burger premises. And once they got to that point where they were off the premises, they were on their own. And so this is according to Poetic Flacco's video, Poetic Flacco's content earlier, which I covered and reacted to. So according to that, not to put everything on Poetic Flacco, but again, this is where it came from. This is where I heard it from. This is what I reacted to. According to him, these individuals worked there in the Marathon Burger joint. The parking lot of it, the outskirts of it, the out part of it, the tables where you sit down outside and eat whatever. They were in the Marathon Burger, at the Marathon Burger, and had to be escorted out of the Marathon Burger by Black Sam. And then once he got them off of the premises, he said, okay, nothing else I can do for you. I'm not getting involved in this, and turned around and left. That's what the report says. I don't know.
It was great music, great food. There was a lot of great things going on. And you guys want to put out a false narrative saying it was a shooting at Marathon Burger. It wasn't. The crazy thing about it is, it's even a video of me out there. I was walking down the street. I made a left turn. I wasn't even on Marathon Burger Street. I start walking down the street. Shots fired. You see me turn around like James Brown. I was smooth with it too, huh? I turn around like James Brown, and start walking away.
You wasn't really walking away. You was more like Usain Bolt, Marion Jones, Maurice Green, getting up out of that thing.
But where was Marathon Burger, man? You know what I mean? I fuck with the Marathon family. I fuck with Black Sam. I fuck with all the employees. You know what I mean? I just don't like that false narrative put out there on them as if it was a shooting at their establishment. Another thing, I got a video. Of the whole aftermath of the scene, right? And yeah, you see a lot of police out there and everything. And guess what they was doing?
It's nothing going on at Marathon Burger grand opening. And they trying to stop us from having a good time. Whatever happened around the corner, not even on this block. Everybody still having a good time. Everybody still out here cooking. You know what I'm saying? You think everybody be cooking out here and everything still be going if something happened right here? Nothing happened right here. What's going on, man?
Do you think for 1 second that business will still be running? That the DJs will still be out there playing the music? That all the kids, men and women and everybody out there are still just out there partying and have a great time? You can see on the videos, you see the police.
Yeah, we see the police and someone yelling, maybe that's you recording and yelling. They trying to shut us down and we just trying to have a good time. That happened around the corner. But the police too feel like it's connected to Marathon Burger. If they're there that deep trying to shut you all down and you're all complaining about it. They're not saying this happened around the corner. This has nothing to do with Marathon Burger. They're just over here selling burgers. We're not even going to go over there and bother them. No, they went over there deep to shut you all down. Why? Would the business still be continuing on? Would there still be a DJ? Would we still be selling burgers? Yeah. People still want their burgers. People are desensitized to this sort of violence, unfortunately, in these neighborhoods. So they can be a shooting and killing and people go on with their merry day, still looking for their cheeseburger. Still out there festive. The threat is over. The threat is gone. The police and took people to the hospital, ambulance, and cuffed some people up, whatever. It was around the corner where it happened at, so they still over there, feeling like the threat has been neutralized. The shooting is over. Yeah, everyone was scattering at first, wherever the shooting took place, everyone was scattering then, but now that everything has calmed down some, who knows how long later this footage has been taken, where they're still there out there chilling and in a festive mood, but they're getting into it, the police and this and that, we can see them right there. So, I mean, come on, man, let's not play games, man. It's just like in prison or whatever. Somebody gets stabbed up, killed right in front of you, and you just go on with your day. It's just what it is, man.
You see the police, but they just standing there watching everybody have a good time. That's because the police were just standing there making sure nothing happened by Marathon Burger. Behind the police, down.
Why would something happen by Marathon Burger? If everything is just cool and calm, why got to be 50 police there to make sure nothing happens at Marathon Burger? Why would something happen there? Everything is so nice and calm and peaceful. All these celebrities there, and everybody just trying to eat a cheeseburger. Why would the police be there to make sure everyone is safe and nothing happens there? Why?
On the street and around the corner, that's where the crime scene was at. Stop putting the false narrative out there. That shit happened in a parking structure. Way away.
Seen that too. So my bad for what I said earlier that it happened at Marathon Burger. I'm a podcaster. I'm a content creator. I have to be responsible for my content. My bad, everyone. It happened around the corner from Marathon Burger. Let me clarify. It happened way around the corner from Marathon Burger. My fault. Let me take responsibility for my actions. Around the corner from Marathon Burger. The police were there at Marathon Burger to shut that thing down. Everything there was just great, fine, and peaceful. Everyone was just having a great old time. And it happened around the corner from Marathon Burger. So it's safe for everyone to go over there to Marathon Burger and get yourself a cheeseburger right there on Pines or wherever the Marathon Burger is in Long Beach. Go ahead. Get yourself some fries and a cheeseburger. Go ahead and get that milkshake. And then get the hell out of there.
Nowhere near Marathon Burger. Stop playing with it, man. Let these people thrive. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time today. It was a beautiful event. Great food. Great energy.
Not for two people. It wasn't beautiful at all for two people. Hell, they'll never make it to any other event. In fact, it was a horrible day for them. The worst day of their life. They lost their life. It wasn't beautiful for them. Well, my bad. Not right at Marathon Burger. Around the corner from Marathon Burger. It wasn't beautiful for them. And not just them, but it looks like maybe some other people were shot or injured at least. Nothing else is going to be traumatized. Seen the police carrying someone else out to the police car on a stretcher. Other individuals were injured as well. And we want Marathon Burger to strive and thrive and flourish, absolutely. We want it to be safe as well for everyone, but we certainly want it to flourish. A Black-owned business is what we need and what we need to spend our money on instead of these other places that we tend to frequent if we have these businesses in the neighborhood. So we want this business to flourish and thrive. It can only be beneficial for the whole community, whether it's through employment or whatever else, that the business will benefit the community and bring more revenue to the community and to Black people's bank accounts, which will then, if they are smart, help to build other Black people's finances. And then, it sprouts out. So we encourage the business and we want the business to flourish and thrive. Absolutely. But, we're not going to play any games either about what happened. We're not going to hold our tongue, or I don't see it as a false narrative whatsoever myself to say that it happened there. Whether it was right in front of the place, right in the parking lot of the place, right in the kitchen of the place or not, it appears that it was connected to the grand opening of the Marathon Burger, period. That was the point. But certainly you know that.
People from all walks of life, Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Polynesians, everything that you could think of was out there. Having a great time, celebrating the grand opening, celebrating Nipsey Hussle's legacy, his life. Man, Nipsey Kids was out there. You feel me? It was great. It was a great time. Just stop putting a false narrative out there, though. Because it's bullshit. Don't do that. Everybody, I'm pushing you to go to Marathon Burger in Long Beach, Venice Beach, Melrose, I think Canoga, if I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken. But go to every location and support the Marathon brand. Buy their clothes. You know what I mean? Nipsey Hussle got a new album coming out. Nipsey Hussle got a new documentary that's about to drop soon. You know what I mean? Just go support them, man. You know what I mean? And don't tear them down. All you news outlets, all you vlog sites, and all these different pages trying to say, oh, this and that, just to act like you got a juicy story. Stop it, man. It's not worth it. Stop the clout chasing. Stop the clout chasing. We made sure today, with great help from security, great help from the community.
Hey, me, myself, I'm not stopping nothing. I'm just letting you know. I'm sticking to my story. It seems like whatever, again, it may not have happened right in front of the place, but we all get what's going on. So I'm not trying to single out the Marathon Burger. I may not put them in this title or whatever. I mean, I don't care about all of that. I'm certainly not trying to, again, castigate the business. I want the business to be successful, 100%. I support Black Sam. I like everything about him, his demeanor, his business savvy, and his dedication to his brother. But nevertheless, I mean, a situation like this, again, is going to be covered. And don't be upset when people cover this sort of situation. It's going to be covered, bro. I mean, come on, man. This is a big story. It is a juicy story. It is breaking news. I mean, yeah. Knock it off.
Community, great help from everybody around. We made sure that nothing happened in Marathon Burger today. We made sure of that. And it was great. A great turnout. And yet and still, they try to tear people down. Shame on y'all. Well, I guess whatever make y'all feel better, huh? Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, right. Like, comment, subscribe to the Inside Story with Damian Porter. Shout out to P Nice and the P Nice Show, the P Nice Show Avenue, LBC. And no disrespect to him, and with all due respect, I'm going to run my content like everyone else is. Again, that's good that he got on here and clarified the situation. He was there, I wasn't, so he has a right to get on here and clarify what needs to be clarified. But again, not to belabor the point or beat a dead horse, but apparently, clearly, it's all connected, whether it happened in front of Marathon or whatever. So, but I get what he's saying, and I believe people. So they have more than 2 locations. He said Venice Beach, he said Hollywood, and there in Long Beach, and he was thinking about the other place, about to say Canoga or something. So they're trying to build the Marathon brand. Shout out to them. Shout out to Black Sam and his business savvy and his dedication to the Marathon brand and to his brother. And again, I don't see it as anything against Black Sam that this happened to happen near the grand opening, around the corner from the grand opening from the event. That's no fault of his. I'm sure he didn't wake up in the morning and say, I'm about to go and open up this place for my brother, for the family, and for his legacy, and there's about to be some killings there, and I love it. He was looking and hoping for a peaceful situation, a peaceful opening where everyone can just chill and enjoy themselves, etc. I'm sure that's what he wanted. Celebrities there, Nipsey's baby mother's there, Nipsey's children are there. So no one asked for this, including Black Sam. So it's not on him. It's not a knock on him. It's not a knock on Marathon Burger. It just happened to happen around that area. It just so happened to happen near the opening, the grand opening, when people were there to celebrate the grand opening, and someone came up, and no one's responsible for this individual's actions, came up and started going crazy, according to what we heard earlier, and tripping on his so-called opposition, and then it escalated from there. No one can control or can foresee this transpiring with this one individual pulling up and going crazy, tripping. So no one's to blame other than the individual maybe who pulled up and started tripping, but Black Sam is not to blame. Nipsey's not to blame. Nipsey Hussle's kids is not to blame. Lauren London and YG is not to blame. P Nice is not to blame. But something happened. That's all. That's all anyone's been saying. I don't think anyone's blaming anyone or blaming Marathon Burger. Well, Whack 100 did blame Black Sam, but no one else is, bro. But to think or say, people should not be saying that it happened at Marathon Burger. Well, yeah, you call it clickbait, you call it whatever. That's what people are going to recognize, that name, that brand, that logo. So people are going to use that in their title and thumbnail naturally, particularly because it happened way around the corner, but it happened in the area of the Marathon Burger. And apparently it seems connected. But whatever. I'm not here. I don't want to, beat a dead horse. That's what Pete Nice had to say. Again, shout out to him and his channel. And everyone's just going to run their content. Rest in peace to the 2 individuals that did lose their lives. It's an unfortunate situation. No one wanted this, including, again, the family and Black Sam, etc. They didn't bring this upon themselves. They were just trying to open up a burger stand in the hood, trying to give back, trying to help out, whatever. So no one is putting it on them, and we still hope that their business is successful and that people go to their business and eat there, and that they open up many more Marathon Burgers. This is indeed the aspiration and the hope of many Nipsey Hussle fans and supporters. That has not changed. This is just an unfortunate situation that transpired, but let's not necessarily downplay it or play games or play semantics and talk to the people like they're unintelligent. You're not talking to a bunch of fools. We know what the hell happened. Leave a comment. Stay safe and stay free, people.